Civilization. This is Star Trek Enterprise Season 1. I'm continuing my reviews of all of Star Trek Enterprise. I'm excited about these. We're going to talk about this one using my space system. So story, pacing, artistry, characters, and enjoyment in each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. Sorry, we're going to have to shill a bit on this one again. I'm going to give the storyline a 2. The crew of the Enterprise, led by the friggin' awesome Jonathan Archer, they find this planet like, oh, this is a civilization here. And it's like, but they don't really have a lot of technology. So they're like, well, let's investigate. So they make themselves look like the guys. They have like these little ridges on their heads. And they land. So it's actually Hoshi, T'Pol, Archer, and I think Trip. They all land, and then their sensors pick up some energy readings. Like, there's some energy readings. What's going on here? So this whole thing going on. There's a bit of the water's been contaminated. Some of these people are dying of a disease. It's all coming from this bad guy who's set up base on the planet, using their resources, and he's just messing up the water and all of that. So now they've got to stop him. It sounds, I guess it sounds kind of basic, but stop the bad guy. The reason I'm giving it a 2, and I guess you could give it a 1.5, but I'm going to give it a 2 because I got into this one, like I was like, I was like, screw this guy. And he was a good villain. We'll talk about the characters when we get there, but it just was plotted nicely. Like I like how the relationship developed with Archer and the female scientist. Just the whole thing was good. There's some good action in it. Well, the pace, I'll just get right to the pacing. The pacing's a 2 as well. They get there, figure out what's going on, talk to the bad guy. He's like, yeah, I'm not leaving. Talk to the lady, figure out, okay, the water's contaminated. Like, it's like information is being given to you very quickly and enough to get you through the story. And it's not like you feel like something's been withheld. I hate where they land and they talk to someone and then it's like, halfway through the episode, oh, I forgot to mention this. You're like, really? Like, I've seen that in other shows too. And it's just like, it's just boring. This is just like one awesome thing kind of after another. It does focus on the relationship with Archer and the woman, and she's awesome. I'll get to characters. But yeah, it's all put together really nicely for me. So again, 2 out of 2 for the pacing. The artistry, I'm gonna give it a 2, man. Everybody looks good. I like her shop. She has a little laboratory. It looks really neat. I like the guy's sort of like antique shop. There's some good fights. There's some good phaser fire in the streets. Some explosions. So it all looks good. Music's great. Nothing much more to say about that one. The characters, I got to give it a 2 out of 2. So just like original series Star Trek, Enterprise is always going to get 1 point for sure on characters because I pretty much love every character. Next Gen is probably the only one where there's some characters I actively dislike. Like there's characters that I like every character in DS9 and I like every character in Voyager, and I like every character here, and some characters here I love, and some on Deep Space Nine I love, and some on Voyager I love, and for of course original series I pretty much love everybody, especially the 3 leads. So you could definitely put those 3 up at the top. But I'm going by characters in the sense of like, am I pumped up for this character? Should they, if they died, would I be devastated? That kind of a thing. So for Enterprise, I legitimately love everybody. It's pretty crazy. I don't even know how to rank them. I guess Archer is the best character. I really love Trip a lot though. He's just there's something special about that guy, but Archer is just like an amazing captain. It's a tough call if he's my second favorite captain or third favorite captain. I really like him a lot. But so it's always going to get 1 point. So the way I give the other point to give it a 2 is the side characters of the week. So every week you're going to have either antagonists or you're going to have, some character. Either could be a love interest like in here. It could just be like another character who's teaming up with them, whatever. And I have to give it a 2 because everybody here was amazing. Perfectly done. Though the girl was awesome. The girl scientist, and Phlox is like, you know what? Because if she had been born on Vulcan, she'd be a top scientist. It's like, yeah, it's like, just think about that, like where you were born, right? You were born here. It's like, well, yeah, you were born on this primitive planet. She's doing the best that she can. So for the enjoyment factor, of course, I'm giving it a 2 out of 2. It's a 10 out of 10. I'm sorry, I got to shill a little bit. I guess you could give this a 9 if you wanted to, scrutinize it a little bit. but I'm just too excited about watching these. And I remember when I first saw them on TV, I remember thinking the first two seasons were friggin' stellar. And then there's the Zindi stuff, which I thought was like, it was okay. I'm interested now to rewatch all these again. This is the Blu-rays that I'm now watching on my surround sound 4K, which obviously I didn't have all of that in 2001 or whenever this first aired. So I did watch it a second time, and I think I'd watched it off of like a TV. Like I think I recorded it on VHS and I watched it again. But this is like a good Blu-ray, proper widescreen, surround sound, the full experience. It's like 65-inch 4K TV, so we're talking like a really good experience. And now it just draws you in more, right? It's just so good. So 10 out of 10, shill time. Give me that money. I don't even know who owns Star Trek anymore. Does Paramount still own? Is Paramount a thing anymore? I literally don't even know who owns this. Whoever owns it now is running into the ground anyway, but whatever. Come on, if you want me to shill for like the old Star Trek, hit me up. I'll do shill videos for you on all the old Star Trek. The next one's not getting 10 out of 10. I already watched the next one. But there's been a few 10s already, and it's only been like, what, 7 episodes or something? So that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my space system, please like the video, consider subscribing. That's it. Until next time.